appreciate there's a team that has joined us from the Kenya International Freight and Warehousing Association, KIFWA. Where are you, Team KIFWA? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you. We have a team from Shippers Council of East Africa. Shippers Council, there you are. Thank you so much for joining us. We have a team from the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Kenya. Our accountants are just walking in. Okay, so thank you very much. Not to worry. Thank you very much for joining us. We've got our women in business. Women in business, where are you? I understand you're in the room. Okay. I want to also appreciate the presence of Alcoholic Beverages Association of Kenya, ABAC. All right, there you are. Thank you very much for joining us. We want to also appreciate the presence of the MSME Alliance of Kenya. Here you are. Thank you so much for joining us. We also want to appreciate members of the Fourth Estate. There you are. Wave your cameras or your microphones or your pens. And also want to appreciate the Parents Magazine. Parents Magazine. All right, there you are. Thank you very much. Want to appreciate the presence of National Bank of Kenya. I think I saw you there, Lydia. Right? Okay, there you are. Thank you, Lydia. I understand your team is also coming, right? They're coming. All right, fantastic. We want to appreciate the presence of the National Integrity Academy. National Integrity Academy. There you are. Thank you, ma'am. We want to appreciate the presence of APSEA. APSEA. Oh, there you are. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. We want to appreciate the presence of the National Anti-Corruption Campaign Steering Committee. There you are. Thank you, gentlemen. And I think he was the first one. Please, let's give him a warm round of applause. He was here pretty early, so thank you so much. We want to appreciate now. This year is very special because we pulled out our special invite to our persons differently abled, and they came here. Thank you, ma'am, for coming, and the the gentlemen as well. Thank you so much. I think we say this. Let's appreciate them with this so that they can know that we love them. Thank you very much. And last but not least, I want to appreciate our team that's joining us online. Our chief guest, I understand we have an entire fleet of KRA staff who are joining us online and other stakeholders who are joining us online. And all our KRA staff, why don't we give ourselves a warm round of applause? Our board will be introduced by our chief guest, and our team, senior leadership, will be introduced by our Commissioner General. We want to welcome you to this year's Taxpayers Month, where our theme this year is Leaving No One Behind. As KRA, we are very deliberate on leaving no one behind. So we've instituted a couple of programs that have ensured that everybody is plugging in as we do and perform our mandate of revenue collection. As we begin the second part of our program, my ask is, sit down, relax, enjoy. This one you're going to write about and tell your children's children. We want to request that please limit your movement. So we're going to close especially the central aisle. We're going to dim the lights. So just relax and enjoy. And as we begin our program today, I want to ask that we cue the first item that's on the program, and we want to tell you the story of Mr. Brian Samuel. Mr. Brian Samuel is one of the many stories that we have here at KRA that tell our story of how we do not leave anyone behind. Media team, please take it away.
born the way I am. I have no arms and operate mostly with one of my legs. That has not limited me at all in life. I can do a lot. I'm a swimmer, I'm a motivational speaker, mass communication student, I'm a mass communication, I've done mass communication, and I'm also an artist, using my feet, and I'm a pianist, swimmer, just to mention but a few. Before I joined KRA, I was a content creator, I was a motivational speaker, and I was a student, definitely, because I've done mass communication, so I was studying. Initially, the work that I've done is personal work. When I speak about content creation, both doing art with my feet, that has been something that I've been working on, and actually even I have a shop of art. That is actually what has kept me going before I joined KRA. I wake up in the morning, I'm here by the time that I'm needed to be here. I come because I do calls. I'm in the outbound channel. So I come, I make calls, I take a break, my morning 10 break. I come back after some few minutes, and then I continue with my work. And then after some few minutes, I go for lunch, come in the afternoon, continue with my work. After the day is done, I'm good, go home, continue with my content creation, and life goes on. Yes.
What is your main role in
Yeah.
the authority?
Mm-hmm. My main role in the authority, I'm an officer, assisting taxpayers. That has really fulfilled me in KRA. Yes. What I enjoy most about my work is the fact that I'm able to assist taxpayers. When I assist a taxpayer and the taxpayer is fulfilled, that is one of the things that make me happy, and I'm fulfilled. And when I leave here, I say that I've done my role, and I'm really happy at that moment. Leaving no one behind to me means that, let me speak to the point of a differently abled person. For me, it means that being given equal opportunities. Like for me, the way I am a differently abled person, I was given an opportunity. That's what it means, being given an opportunity and being able to shine in whatever area and journey I've been given or assigned to do, as it is part of KRA conduct.
We begin today's broadcast with breaking news coming to you from the Kenya Revenue Authority headquarters at Times Towers, here in Nairobi.
That's right. This morning, KRA has officially launched the 2022 Taxpayers Month and Customer Service Week. And we understand for the first time in Kenya, KRA has launched a groundbreaking solution that is a response to taxpayers. With more on this, we go live to our reporter Wanjiko Karanja at Times Tower to tell us more.
Good morning. We're coming to you live from the Kenya Revenue Authority headquarters at Times Tower in Nairobi. This morning, the air in this room is palpable as we anticipate the launch of the Taxpayers Month and Customer Service Week. The Customer Service Week is celebrated around the world every year, and the Taxpayers Month is observed every October. Before we begin this morning's comprehensive broadcast, we would like to listen to the welcoming remarks from the Commissioner of the Domestic Taxes Department, Mrs. Rispa Simiu.
Greetings fellow taxpayers. On behalf of the Board, Commissioner General, Senior Management and staff of the Kenya Revenue Authority, I wish to welcome you to the Taxpayers Month 2022. In meeting our mandate, which is in collection of revenue for our country, we strive to facilitate every taxpayer who reaches out to us in filing their returns, paying their taxes, and every other way that we can support them in ensuring that then we meet this mandate. As we look at ourselves amongst our staff, with our taxpayers, and everyone around us, even in the Kenyan spirit, we strive not to leave our kin behind. Taxpayers Month is a very important month to us in the sense that it gives us the opportunity to engage with our key stakeholders, the taxpayers, to interact at different levels with them, to better challenges that they continue to face in interacting with us. It also gives us an amazing opportunity to showcase our facilitative spirit of reaching further and deeper into the community as we give back. To us, it is indeed a great honor to serve our country in the capacity that we are in. A lot. This Taxpayers Month is going to be a very exciting one. We have planned very many activities where we will have the opportunity to continue interacting with our taxpayers. These activities will be done both in Nairobi and in the regions outside Nairobi, which then further cements the theme of leaving no one behind. In particular, we will be launching an exciting and new service for our taxpayers. We will also have our annual tax summit where we would have in-depth, interesting conversations on revenue generation and collection. This will be discussions where we'll have a meeting of great minds, both within Kenya and beyond. To cap it all, which will be the highlight of the month, we will have the Taxpayers Day towards the end of the month. This is a day that has been set aside to recognize our esteemed taxpayers, those who have consistently filed their returns, paid their taxes diligently, and continued to be compliant in their tax affairs. I would like to personally thank our esteemed taxpayers for diligently filing and paying their taxes where due. I would also like to welcome you to this year's 2022 Taxpayers Month. Happy Taxpayers Month.
He is our Commissioner for Investigation and Enforcement, dealing with tax evasion and other forms of tax crime. I have Dr. Fred Mugambi. Dr. Fred Mugambi is the one who heads our Kenya School of Revenue Administration. That is our training arm, sharpening our skills. Then he's followed by Joseph Kaguru, who today is representing our Commissioner for Customs and Border Control. Our Commissioner for Customs and Border Control, Ms. Lilian Nyawanda, had traveled. He's getting back in the country this morning, and I think he should be with us tomorrow. But in his absence, he left his able deputy, Joseph Kaguru, acting in her office. And then we have one Kagira. Wana Kagira is today representing our Commissioner for Domestic Taxes, the one you've just watched, Rispa Simiu, who is also traveled for some work engagement. So Kagira will hold brief for the entire of this week in the position of Acting Commissioner for Domestic Taxes. We also have Andrew Njoroge. Andrew Njoroge is also holding brief for the Commissioner for Strategy, Innovation, who is Dr. Mohamed Omar, who is also out of the country. And finally, we have Sirio Wagunda at the end, who is also holding brief for our Commissioner for Intelligence and Strategic Operations. Straight ahead is Madam Grace Wandera, who is our Head of Marketing and Communication. She's the one who has enabled us to be here in this very beautiful environment. Thank you, Grace. Turning to the right, we have Grace Muricho, who is our Deputy Commissioner in charge of our Supply Chain Management Division. He's the one who buys and sells on our behalf. And in between the ladies is Faris Chege. He's our Head of Internal Audit. He's the one also who makes sure we remain in the straight and the narrow as we do our work. And finally, we have Anastasia. Anastasia was heading our County Revenue Division before our term of service with the county came to an end. So we have redeployed her back to help us in tax-based expansion. Thank you very much. I hope I have not left anyone. Now I can move to my remarks. I am delighted to join you today as we launch the 2022 Taxpayers Month. This is the 18th consecutive celebration since its inception. The Taxpayers Month is organized customarily to celebrate tax compliance as a key foundation on which our country's economic stability is anchored. The event is designated to honor the self-sacrifice of our patriotic taxpayers for their contribution towards the country's economic development. The theme of this year's Taxpayers Month is leaving no one behind. The underlying message is that our economic progress is anchored on our solidarity as a nation. We need to work together in this journey of developing and sustaining our economy through payment of taxes. Ladies and gentlemen, our role as KRA is first and foremost to facilitate all taxpayers in ensuring they settle their tax obligations in a timely manner, and where there are disputes, the same are resolved in the spirit of mutual cooperation. It is gratifying to note that over 90% of the taxes we collect come through voluntary compliance. signifying the positive tax-paying culture by our citizens. We are keen to ensure no Kenyan is left behind in this journey of tax compliance and nation building. The focus of our 8th corporate plan remains the expansion of our tax base through deployment of cutting-edge technology that ensures taxable transactions are captured on a real-time basis, as well as implementation of integrations with critical databases to optimize on information availability and visibility of business transactions. Our transformation to a customer-centric organization remains core to our strategy as we continue to simplify our processes and adopt a friendly approach in the manner we interact with our taxpayers. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall continue to enhance our program of taxpayer education, to enhance adequate understanding, to ensure adequate understanding of the requirements of the laws, our procedures, and the systems we use to collect taxes. Our tax education materials and programs will continue being available in the digital space and all other available media. Enhancing the knowledge of our citizens on tax matters will reduce the cost of compliance and foster the relationship between us and our customers. KRA, we are building a KRA that will be more approachable and ready to dialogue on issues pertinent to our taxpayers. Our annual corporate stakeholder engagement calendar is aimed at facilitating structured engagements that offer timely solutions on key tax issues. We currently host up to 300 stakeholder engagements per year. Ladies and gentlemen, tax disputes have for many years taken long to resolve and sometimes injured the relationship between us and our esteemed taxpayers. Our alternative dispute resolution framework has now come of age, and many of our disputes are now being resolved amicably. In the year just ended, 714 tax disputes were resolved, releasing Kenya shillings 16.8 billion in taxes. We continue to encourage our taxpayers to adopt this less adversarial approach that does not only save time, but also leaves both parties in a better relationship. Our journey towards improved service delivery is now stipulated in our Service Excellence Program. The program is aimed at ensuring that KRA delivers outstanding services to taxpayers through deployment of an effective and positive professional customer service culture. This will be complemented through investment in technology to enhance our service delivery. I'm happy to announce that during this Taxpayers Month, we are celebrating another achievement towards improving our service delivery through the launch of the KRA TV. This web-based TV will create a platform for taxpayers' engagement and enable KRA to receive feedback for consistent improvement of service delivery for enhanced compliance. I conclude by thanking taxpayers for their dedication, commitment, and selflessness in honoring their tax obligations. I welcome all of you to be part of the various Taxpayers Month lineup, activities lined up for this month. I now welcome the chairman of KRA to address you and to officially open this year's Taxpayers Month.
Good morning. I think I will start by introducing our directors, the board of directors. Probably what I will do is, once I mention your name, please stand up so that You are seen alone, so people to know you properly. So I start with Mr. Charles Omanga. Charles Omanga served, I think, for the last 4 years. 4 years. Thank you, Charles. Then Leonard Ithao served for 4 years. Very good. Mrs. Sally Mahiu, that's the newest, one of our newest members, just starting her term. She's a lawyer. You are a lawyer, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, thank you very much. The next one is Ms. Susan Muthune. Where are you? She is one of our long-serving members and the chair of the finance, as chair of finance and administration committee. Mr. Mukesh Shah. Yes, again, one of the long-serving, chair of the strategy, revenue, and the ICT. Have I left something else? No, no. Okay, Mukesh. We have Ithao. I think I didn't say he was chairman of the human resource HR committee. I forgot to say that. We have one member who is missing, who is not present now. Will be coming. Of course, he has sent his apology. Ambassador Richard Opembe is a new member. He's a new member of the board. This meeting, unfortunately, could not make it, but he has sent an apology. The next one is Ms. Mary Ann Njau Kimani. Represents the Attorney General in this board. And the next one is Ms. Dr. Musa Kazanje, represents the PS of Treasury in the board. So we are a board of 9 members. And yes, 9. My name is Francis Mutaura. I'm 9th. Okay. Asantine. Thank you. So my statement, opening statement, I will start it right now. Kenya Revenue Authority Board of Directors, Commissioner General, Mr. Yedimburu, KRA staff, distinguished taxpayers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of KRA Board of Directors, the management and staff of the Kenya Revenue Authority, I welcome you to this important event in KRA's corporate calendar, the launch of Taxpayers Month event 2022. This is a significant event in that it avails the authority an opportunity to acknowledge and appreciate those taxpayers who have excelled in their civic duty of paying taxes. It is through their patriotism and a sense of duty in paying taxes that the government is able to fund its development programs and meet the sustainable development goals and public expectation in the service, in the public service delivery. Indeed, the role of the taxpayers in our country's economic development cannot be understated. This is the rationale behind KRA's devotion in setting aside the month of October to celebrate the taxpayer. This has become the practice in the past 18 years. The Taxpayers' Month celebrations has become a culture to the KRA. We at KRA are truly appreciate our taxpayers for their exemplary efforts in being tax compliant and developing this nation. This year's celebration is hinged on the theme, leaving no one behind. This theme highlights the collective role and the contribution of all of us in revenue mobilization. Together and coupled with the strategic collaborations as envisioned in the KRA 8 Corporate Plan, the KRA board of management and the staff is optimistic that revenue collection will be enhanced to support the government development agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, the concept of Taxpayers' Month is not only meant to celebrate excelling taxpayers, but it is also a forum to educate our taxpayers on the culture of being tax compliant and facilitate taxpayers to understand and appreciate their tax obligations through various activities through the month. KRA has continuously revolutionized its tax system in the country with the goal of enhancing efficiency and improving customer satisfaction. This is because providing user-friendly services strengthens taxpayers' willingness to comply. Some of the initiatives KRA has implemented to enhance efficiency in service delivery include rigorous good governance practices, the application of modern technology in all KRA processes and operations. In all this, our customer, the taxpayer, is the focus of our interest. This has been realized through the alignment of KRA work practices to modern technology. Remodeling of KRA's operations also focuses on building taxpayer trust through offering high-quality services which will drive voluntary compliance. This is because the willingness to pay taxes is higher when the citizenry trust is developed. Tax practices have significant influence on taxpayers' behaviors and consequently affect tax morale. The draft national tax policy is a commendable step in enhancing the efficiency of our tax system. The policy, which is currently undergoing public participation, has identified the challenge of Kenya's tax system and defined guidelines to address the challenges. For example, through the policy, the government aims to provide a rational step of predictability on tax rates and the tax basis. The tax policy, which is currently undergoing public participation, will also ensure that the government undertakes stakeholder engagement before undertaking any amendment of the tax laws. As recently directed by His Excellency the President, KRA's journey towards becoming a more customer service-oriented organization must be realized soon. This is aimed at transitioning the KRA from Kenya Revenue Authority to Kenya Revenue Service. The transformation is not only in name, but it is a transformation which includes customer relationship management, streamlining services to improving accessibility through expanding KRI service points to serve proficiently. I would like to express KRI's commitment to serve the public and create a conducive environment compliance in the best way possible. Ladies and gentlemen, KRI provides itself today, KRI prides itself today by launching a web-based television station, the KRI TV. Through TV station, KRI will create broader interaction points with its taxpayers, which will go a long way in enhancing awareness on taxation, boost voluntary tax compliance initiatives, and enhance tax base expansion. Taxpayers will from time to time experience and enjoy scheduled live programming such as tax talks, stories, ushuru, and other education initiatives, and have an option of selecting tax preferred content to enhance on-demand view ownership. KRI will also create and go-to streaming channel for all tax matters to sustain interest on taxation among viewers. We at KRI are proud of this great achievement. We note with pride that KRI is the first revenue authority in the region to launch this communication channel. KRI TV will not only make KRI a pace setter in revenue administration, but also a focal reference to point on matters of taxation. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, I would like to appreciate all taxpayers for the support they have accorded the government of Kenya through payment of taxes. I also thank the National Treasury for the great partnership that has enabled KRI improve revenue collection. With these remarks, I wish to declare the 2022 Taxpayers Month officially launched.